Hello my lovely Leos and welcome to Satara Tarot. This is your reading for 2021, so welcome. I'm an intuitive tarot card reader and the cards I'm going to be using today are the Morgan Greer, and then at the end of the reading I'll be pulling a Wisdom of Oracle as a final message from Universe, and the Wisdom of Oracle are by Carlette Baron Reid. So we might get straight into the reading. So whenever I do a spread, I always look for the major arcanas because they are the cards with the significant energy. So it has a big influence over the overall reading and over your year, Leos, in 2021. So you have, I think, you have three major arcanas. The first one appears in March, which is the High Priestess, and then you have one in May, June, July, August, the Moon, and then you have one in September, the Star. So three gorgeous cards and very feminine energies. So for 2021 for you Leos, I really feel there's that real sense of getting in touch with your feminine energy, your intuition. So let's get into the reading and see how this kind of develops. But beautiful major arcana card. So that's kind of really what's going to be the energy around you of 2021, which are all beautiful energies. So we start off at the top right hand side in January, which is the Two of Wands. In this deck I think they call them rods, but Two of Wands. And we're moving over to February, March and April. So I'm just going to go through the cards first of all. So we start off January, Two of Wands. Then February we're going into the King of Cups. March, the High Priestess. Then April, Three of Pentacles. Then into the Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups, the Moon, the Star, the Eight of Swords, Five of Cups, and the Four of Wands, which again is a lovely card to end the reading on. So I also, when I look at the spread, the first thing I look at are the major arcanas to find the energy of the year, and then the second thing I look is to see what kind of balance there are in the different elements with the cups, the wands, the swords. And you have couple of pentacles, a few cups and a few cups and some wands. So you've got a bit of a mixture of the different elements, which is really good because you want a nice balanced year. If you have a reading which is really predominantly cups, it's going to be quite an emotional year. So yours is quite nice and balanced, which is really lovely. So we're going to get into the reading. We're starting off with January with the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is really about making decisions and feeling that you've got the world in your hand and you're looking over the horizon to sort of make decisions of where you're going to move forward to next. So nice card to step into to 2021. However, the thing that really does stand out for me on this card, I feel it's facing the wrong direction. So I really feel that you're actually looking back on 2020. And I know 2020 has been a really challenging year globally for many people. However, in this reading for you lovely Leos, I reckon you're actually looking back and just assessing what wonderful things did come to you in 2020. So then wonderful things could be childbirth, you could have got a new job. I know that's quite ironic in 2020 because it's such a challenging year for people with employment. But I think you're sort of there's a sense that you're looking over 2020 and assessing it and just seeing what you can take with you into 2021. So a nice beginning to the year. And then you step into February and you've got the King of Cups. And with the King of Cups, the cups represents the water signs. And it's really being being in control and mastering your own emotional world. So it's a really nice energy to be in. And with being a Leo, I have to say, I think the Kings kind of sit well with your star sign. So, just being in charge and having that dignity to hold your own. So that's the February card, and then we're going into March, and that's your first major arcana card. So this again is a wonderful card. It's that real feminine energy. It's ruled by the moon, and you've actually got the moon here, and it's also connected to the astrology sign of Cancer, so a water sign, and it's really that ability to tap into your feminine energy, to have that quiet time. It's a very sort of non-action time, a very passive time. However, it's also productive because you're going to tap into your own feminine intuition to give you guidance and allow you to move forward for the rest of the year. And that really echoes, that real feminine energy is such a beautiful energy. It really plays out for the whole of your year. So in March, it's going to be a wonderful time to sort of sit within and in a nice quiet time, just to sort of get in touch with yourself, your own internal compass and your own sort of wisdom. So beautiful card to have in March. And then we're going on from March, we're going into April, and that's the Three of Pentacles. So with the Pentacles, they are connected with the earth signs of the zodiac, and it's really about making things tangible and solid, and a sense of value as well. And it's really good to have pentacles in any reading because it gives it a good foundation, and it makes it a reality, and it's about having things that are tangible. So in April, it's the Three of Pentacles. It's about coming together and collaborating, and being creative. So there's this stonemason who's working on this piece of stonework where the archway is, and it's really about using your craft. And quite often with the original tarot, the Rider-Waite tarot, there's three people in the cards, and it's really the Three of Pentacles is about a collaboration and working together. With the threes, it is about coming together, collaboration, and also celebration. So it's a very sort of a creative card as well. So a lovely card to have for your April. And then we're going into May, and that's, again, it's a lovely card. So Ace, all of the aces are really like a new beginning and an offering, and it often is an offering from universe. So something stepping forward and sort of landing on your plate, so to speak, so being offered to you. And the Ace of Pentacles is such a lovely offer because it's something that's really tangible, something you can hold on to, and it's actually got a sense of value to it. So to step into to step into May and receive that Ace of Pentacles it's a really lovely time. So there is definitely a new beginning, and you actually go with it. You take that pentacle, and not only do you take that pentacle, but you've actually, so when you leave May and you go into June, you've already got your own pentacle here, and a new pentacle has been offered, and you've got both of them, and you're actually juggling both of these pentacles. So I wouldn't be surprised if, say you have a job, but then you get an offer of a second job, or you have a creative project going on, and then another creative project comes along, or you're a muso and you've put out an album, and then all of a sudden another opportunity to make another album comes along. So there's this sort of having two things going at the same time, but you look pretty comfortable and confident with this. I mean, you look pretty sturdy. Sometimes when, depending on the deck, the Two of Pentacles can be a bit of a juggling act, and the person can look quite unstable when they're juggling the two pentacles. But I have to say, in this reading, you look like you're traveling okay, and you've got a hold of both of these pentacles. So that's in July. And then we step in, oh, sorry, not July, that's May, that's June, and then we step into July. This card, I've done a few readings for different zodiacs for 2021, and this card has come up a few times. So the Eight of Cups represents the water signs of the zodiac, and it's really about moving away and not having a sense of not being satisfied by these 8 cups that you have here, and moving away to either find the Ace of Cups or to find the Two of Cups, and really sort of moving away to find some sort of spiritual, I said spiritual, what's the word? Spiritual connection, I guess. So that need to walk away with what you already have and find another connection, because what you're actually doing here, you're walking straight into the moon sign, and the moon sign is governed by the high priestess. Sorry, I'm losing my words today. So they're covered by the high priestess, and you can see she's actually got her feet quite solidly on this little moon crescent here. So I do feel that in July you're going to have this pull to actually really get back into your intuitive self, your feminine self, your mysterious self, you know. So that could be doing some sort of spiritual work on yourself. And the thing that really stands out for me on these two cards, because I do think these two things are definitely connected. You've got these two towers with the whole moon behind it, and with these you've got the two towers, but they're towers of rock faces. So it's two different type of towers, and these two towers of rock faces are not serving you, and you needing to walk away into this, so into this real intuitive. It's the moon card. Is a very mysterious card. Sometimes when it comes up in a reading, it can be about delusions, and it can sometimes be quite sort of quite off-putting, depending on which cards. But definitely in this reading, I feel that it's really about getting in touch with your intuitive self. So that's really going to be happening in August. Really, that need to go within and get in touch with your intuitive self, because when you do that, you then come out into the Star card, and the Star card is such a gorgeous card. And I think this Star card came up for Aries. I'm sure it was Aries. So if you do have any Aries in your chart, check out the Aries 2021 reading, because that might really resonate with you too, if this reading is resonating with you so far. So with the Star card in the Major Arcana's journey comes after the Tower. And it's really about when the Tower is being pulled away from you, and you've sort of left to be grounded and connected to Mother Earth. So this woman here is naked, so she's not afraid to be vulnerable and expose her real self, her real identity, and feeling comfortable in that identity, and feeling connected to Mother Earth and nature. And I really feel you've kind of embodied this energy of the Star because of the work that you've done in the previous month, and even the months before, you know, going back to March, that sort of really need to tap into your intuitive self. So September is a really gorgeous month, you know, just really being at ease at being who you are, embracing yourself, your feminine energy. And if you are a woman, you know, embracing that being a woman, you know, your feminine energy and all them beautiful qualities that come with being a woman. So gorgeous card. September, we then step into October, which is quite a different energy from September. And that's September, we're stepping into October. So the October card is the Eight of Swords. And that's actually your only sword card. That's interesting. So with the sword cards, they are connected with the air signs of the zodiac, so Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Actually, Aquarius is what rules the Star card, so that's interesting. So maybe there is a connection here more than what I thought. So maybe, yeah, I wonder what that connection is. Let me see how this develops. I'll just continue with this this card in October. So with the Eight of Swords, it is feeling trapped by your own thoughts. So you can see that there's these swords here representing thoughts, and this woman is bound around her body, and also she can't see. So she's got like a blindfold on, so she's trapped within her own thoughts, and she feels there's no escape. However, these bounds around her body and even around her face are quite loosely tied. So it wouldn't take much for her to sort of wriggle out of these, and then when she does and let the blindfold drop, she will be able to see that the actual swords, there's a gap in between, so you can actually step right through there and walk away from your swords. And maybe what's holding you in this energy in October is that maybe you're actually going into November, which is the 5 of Cups, and you get a sense that you're entering a time of some sort of regret and remorse and loss. So reflecting on the past and sort of mourning the past. So I do think that these two cards are connected, because when I look at these cards, I'm just checking the camera, make sure it's on camera. If you see how her red dress flows around here, and it's the red dress that's covering her. So you've gone from this woman in September who's very happy being exposed and vulnerable and feeling content in her nudity, to stepping into feeling that you need to sort of robe yourself, cover yourself, protect yourself. Not only, wearing this red flowing dress, but binding yourself and also covering your face. I'm just thinking of coronavirus and so many people wearing masks. Let's not hope that's not coming back next October. So, however, I'll just sidetrack there. So when you look at this image, the red dress flows, and it's flowing right into what's been spilled from these cups. So I do feel that in October, November, there is a sense of needing to mourn something, needing to let go of something that's been lost in the past. And to be honest, I don't think it's from the past of this year. So I don't think it's from any of these months. I think this is an old past. And I think the past could be of the last 3 years. It could be of the last 30 years. You know how things stay with us for when it is a big loss, 30 years ago, something significant could have happened in your life. And it's about mourning that to be able to move forward. So with the 5 of Cups, it's about mourning them 3 losses. However, the person who's doing the mourning, wearing this black cape and looking down on the loss, is not aware of these 2 cups. So these 2 cups are still standing up, and they are full, and they're there and available to you. So they're there for you to pick up, and they're yours. However, you are so caught up in the loss, and this process is necessary, so don't feel that you need to force yourself out of this loss. I think you're at the end of it. I think this has definitely been going on for probably 3 years, because it's out of the 3-month period. I think it's like a 3-year or 3-decade loss. And you are coming to the end of that, and just allow that end of that grief and that loss for you to go through that process naturally and gently, because what's waiting for you are the 2 of Cups. And why I know these are definitely waiting for you is because the next card going into December is the 4 of Wands. And the 4 of Wands, you can see there's this castle, 2 wands here, 2 wands here, and that's the 11. And it's really about a celebration of, quite often it's a celebration of an engagement. So it's about coming together with your community to celebrate an engagement. That's how I often see the 4 of Wands. It's because it's a celebration of stability and passion, because the wands represents the fire signs. It represents passion, action, moving forward, and 4 represents in the tarot stability. So it's that coming to a stable part of your life. You know, when you're sort of dating and you get to the stage where you go to the engagement, there's some sort of stability there. So you're ending the year in December on a really beautiful card, the fourth one. So it's such a gorgeous card to end the reading. And what I'm going to do is just pull one of the Wisdom of Oracle cards just as a final message from universe. So just as I'm shuffling these cards, I'll just let you know that I will be doing readings for every zodiac signs every month. So I'll be uploading them every month. So please come back to Satara Tarot channel on YouTube and check out your monthly readings. And if you have resonated or enjoyed this reading, please subscribe, please press like. And what I'll do in each monthly reading is take the card from the month that appeared in your year reading and allow that to support the reading of each particular month. So we'll just pull a nice oracle card. Oh, this one wants to come out. Does it? Yeah, it does. Flexible. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the card. And it's just here. So that's flexible. And that's the I love the imagery on these cards. So it's really the ability to stand, oh look at that, I mean imagine if you could have that ability to be that flexible. But it's really the ability to be flexible, especially around fragile situations. So I'm going to leave that card with you as the final message from universe, and thank you for joining me today. It's been lovely spending time with you. I hope you have a lovely 2021, and I look forward to seeing you lovely Leos in January for the January reading. Thank you. Bye.